I'm delighted to be talking to Sami Al Basheer Al Morshid. He's the Director of the Telecommunication Development Bureau here at the ITU. Thanks for talking to us, Mr. Al Basheer. You're behind the World Telecommunication Development Conference that's coming up in Hyderabad. What would you like to see coming out of that conference?
Naturally, in every conference like this, after 4 years, we have to restructure the programs, we have to change some of the working methods we do, and so on and so forth. But as I said, really concentrating in some concrete action is the aim and the hope that this conference will come up with a clear, tangible, bankable projects, some realistic actions to do them in the field, as I said, and not just to talk about general ideas of the international cooperation, because this is already done and our membership agree on that in other forums as well.
You're interested in placing a greater emphasis on outcome over process. Could you give us some idea of the initiatives that the ITU is involved in on the ground?
We have many projects, of course. As I said, like Connect a School, Connect a Community, where we are promoting this very, very important, and because capacity building at schools is very important. But more than that, in some developing countries, we want to use connecting school to really connect the communities around these schools. So we use this not only to train the students, but also to get the benefits to the society at large, and this is very important. Of course, the usual programs we have in regulatory, the regulatory environment in the market, we will continue that, the enhanced kind of regulation for the future, because this regulatory process is an ongoing process. It's not static. So as the technology goes forward and as more people are connected, and as we get more and more interest in investing in this sector, we have to improve our regulatory best practices to help certain governments and to learn from each other and to go forward.
We often take the link between ICTs and development as an article of faith, but could you just explain to us why information and communication technologies are so useful for developing countries?
ICT is not an end by itself. It's always been an enabler for the development of other sectors. It's a tool. So as people, of course, in addition to the other benefits of communication in social life and the political life, to develop any economic sector, whether it's in the health area or education, you cannot do it in the modern days we live in without ICT services for that purpose. So talking about ICT applications now in all the other fields. Using ICT in the last few decades, especially the spread of these services around the world, in the developing world, showed that we can do this development faster without spending too much money in what you call travel. The countries can spread their health services, for example, at the national level without putting too much human resources and otherwise, by using this e-health to the villages and where they have the good hospitals in the big cities, because they are limited resources. In agriculture, the developing countries, many of them depend on agricultural products, and now they can market their products all over the world, not only in the local or national markets. So the benefits of ICTs for the development of all economic sectors now is not only a fact, it's a necessity. It's like, as they say, bread and water for the human being.